Okay, these are the notes for graphing with vertex form. Remember, we started with these notes. I can graph quadratic functions. So we graphed in standard form. We've been working on that. Now we're going to look at vertex form. So finding A in vertex form is just the first letter. So A is going to be 2. A would be -4. A would be -1, because remember there's always an imaginary 1 there. Now the vertex for vertex form is super great, because I don't have to do all that work that I had to do for standard form. So if you look here, there's the formula. And it says the vertex form always has the values of h, k. So, all I have to do is pull h out and k out. But if you notice, the h has this negative sign. So it's always going to be the opposite of whatever it was. So if I look over here, I've got -2. So the minus sign needs to change to a positive sign. I'm going to have 2. This one stays the same. 4 as my vertex. Do the same thing here. H is negative in the formula. I need to make it what it's supposed to be when I pull it out. So there's a +3, so I choose the opposite sign. -3. K stays the same. -5. And that's a point, so I write it in a point form. Same thing for this last example. I'm going to have -1, -2, but the h changes when I pull it out. So I'm going to have +1, -2. That's how to find my vertex and the A inside of vertex form. So now I'm going to do the example, and then you're going to do the U-try down at the bottom. So once again, got the same thing. A is in the front, so A is 2. The parabola will open up because A is positive. If it opens up, it's going to have a minimum. We've talked about that before. So remember, A is the same as it was in standard form. The axis of symmetry is at x equals. So before we've been doing the -b/2a. I don't have to do that here. Okay? Here, the vertex is already given to me. If we look at it, we know that it is +3, -4. Because the h value is going to switch signs. Remember that the x in my vertex is my axis of symmetry, so my axis of symmetry should just be x equals 3. So I don't really have to do any work here. The y-intercept, we actually have to do work on this one because we don't have what it is. So what we're going to do is we know that if it's the axis of symmetry, x is going to be 0. So I'm going to change my x to 0, and I'm going to plug 0 in for all of those. So it's equal to 2 times 0 minus 3 minus 4. There was only the one x. Let's rewrite that. Okay. Negative squared is going to be a positive, so I'm going to get 2 times 9 minus 4. I'm going to get 18 minus 4, which is 14. So my vertex is always 0 for the x, that's why I plugged it in here. And then we're going to find out the answer. And we're just going to find any random point on here. So why don't we do this? We'll just pick a point. 1 sounds nice, right? It's not the vertex, so let's pick a random point. F of 1 is equal to 2 times 1 minus 3 squared minus 4. So I wrote 1 here, so I changed x to 1, right? That's how we use function notation. It's equal to 2 times -2 squared minus 4. -2 squared is 4. 8 minus 4 is equal to 4. So this random point, we picked 1, so it'd be 1, 4. The nice thing about this question is that you get to pick whatever you want. So don't be confused by the fact that they don't have a number there. Just pick whatever number you want for x. Now if you guys will do the you try, you can show it to me, and then I've got a little bit more for you to do.